Good evening, chemistry students. Welcome to another installation of walkthrough tutorials with Mr. Swanson. Today I am going to be going through the assignment titled 5-7, Increase or Decrease. So please, if you need to, get onto Canvas. You should be doing this anyways. And open that assignment. And I have to preview it. All right. And I'll get my little annotator there. And the one thing that you guys are going to want to use for this and your quiz is what I call simply a PTV card. All right. This is ingenious. The way that it works is you write the letters in this order. P, T, V. All right. So it should look like that. P, T, V. Okay. And the way that it works is whichever one you put your finger on, right? So let's say that I put my finger right here. That means that volume is constant. Okay. So if I flip it up, right? If pressure goes up, what happens to temperature? It also goes up. If pressure goes down, temperature also goes down. Okay. If I were to hold on to temperature, right? If volume increases, what happens to pressure? It goes down. And if I rotate it, if pressure is increasing, what happens to volume? So pressure is going up, volume's going down. All right. And then let's see, I think it was pressure, right? So if volume decreases, that means that temperature is also decreasing because they're both going down. Conversely, if I flip it up, right, and pressure is constant, if temperature increases, volume also increases because they are both going up. All right. Hopefully that is a helpful little explanation to you. All right. I'm going to go through these questions, starting with question 1. A gas in a closed container is pressurized from 15 atm to 16 atm. So we have the word pressure, and it goes from 15 to 16. To me, that seems like an increase. All right. What will its will its temperature increase or decrease? So we're comparing pressure and temperature. So you would want to put your finger on V, all right, for volume, because we're going to say that volume is your constant. All right. So what happened to the pressure? It went from 15 atm to 16 atm. That means that it increased. Okay. So if volume is constant and pressure increases, what happens to temperature? It also increases. So I believe if you use your PTV card, that an increase in pressure would be also an increase in temperature. Okay. Going on to question 2. A syringe contains 0.05 liters of an unknown gas at 315.10 Kelvin. The temperature is increased to 380.5 Kelvin. Will the volume increase or decrease? So we have 0.5 liters, right? And we have 315.10 K. The word temperature is used. So liters is going to be pressure, and temperature is clearly temperature. So what we need to do, actually, why did I say liters wouldn't be pressure? It would be volume. Man, I'm a terrible teacher. I'm getting out of practice. Anyways, so we're going to assume that pressure is our constant. So we're going to put our finger on there. Okay. And so what happened to the temperature? It went from 315 to 380. That indicates an increase to me. So if temperature increases, so temperature went up, what happened to volume? It went up with it. So the volume should increase. Okay. So question 3. A gas occupies 11.2 liters at 0.860 atm. So liters is volume, and 0.860 atm would be pressure. And then I'll continue on with the question. Will the pressure increase or decrease if the volume is increased to 15 liters? So we have pressure and volume. So we're going to have to hold on to the letter T. We're going to assume that it is our constant. All right. So if volume is increased, it's hard to do, believe it or not, on the camera. If volume goes up, what happened to pressure? It went down. Volume increased, pressure decreased. Okay. And finally, question 4. A gas in a non-flexible container has a pressure of 0.37 atm at a temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is increased to 55 degrees Celsius, will the pressure increase or decrease? So we have temperature and pressure. So that means we have to assume that volume is constant. All right, so temperature increased to 55. So if we see an increase in temperature, temperature goes up. What also happens to volume? It goes up with it. We should see an increase. All right, that is it for this tutorial. I hope it helps you all. Again, I hope you have a nice rest of your evening and a great weekend. And I will see you next week. We're getting to the end. It's getting crazy. Stay warm. Adios.